Hello everyone. In previous class we have discussed about illumination, current and voltage in an illuminated junctions, that is photodiodes. So continuation of that one. In today's class we are going to discuss about the solar cells. Solar cell is the photovoltaic device. Solar cell is the photovoltaic device. So that is going to convert the light energy. So that light energy, the source is from the sun, which is going to coming from the natural sun, that is sunlight. So solar cell is the photovoltaic device that convert the light energy into electrical energy. So it is a device that converts light energy, the source of light is sun, into electrical energy. So since power can be delivered to an external circuit, so as we have seen in the photodiode, so according to that, since power that can be delivered to an external circuit by an illuminated junction, it is possible to convert solar energy into electrical energy. So this device works on the principle of photovoltaic effect. We have seen what is photovoltaic effect. So this device also works on the principle of the photovoltaic effect. So as you can see from the figure is nothing but it is a configuration of solar cell. So there are two figures. A that shows enlarged view of planar junction, and the top view showing the metal contact fingers. So solar cell is nothing but is a crystalline silicon that consists of a n-type semiconductor. That is, as you can see from the figure, the n-type and p-type semiconductors are available here. So solar cell consists of a n-type semiconductor which acts as an emitter here, semiconductor layer, and p-type semiconductor layer, that is the base. The below one is the base. So p-type semiconductor. So there are going to be two layers here which are sandwiched, and hence there is a formation of p-n junction. So as n and p, they are sandwiched together, so it forms a p-n junction. So the surface is coated with the anti-reflection coating to avoid the loss of incident light energy due to reflection. As you can see in the figure, there is a anti-reflective coating. So why this is done? So to avoid the loss of incident light, so that happens because of the reflection. So the surface is going to be coated with the anti-reflection coating. A proper metal contact. So you can also see a metal contact is available. So this is done to provide a electrical connection. So a proper metal contacts are made on the n-type and p-type side of the semiconductor for electrical connections. Now let's see how it works, how the solar cell functions. So when a solar panel, you might have seen a solar panel exposed to a sunlight, the light energies are absorbed by a semiconductor materials. So when you expose a solar panel to the sunlight, the light energies are going to be absorbed by this semiconductor materials, that is p-type semiconductor material and n-type semiconductor material, which are sandwiched to form a p-n junction. So these are going to absorb sunlight. Due to this absorbed energy, the electrons are liberated and produce the external DC current. The DC current is converted into 240 volt AC current. So what happens here? The DC current will be converted into 240 volt AC current using an inverter for different applications. Therefore, when this p and n layers are connected to external circuit, electrons flow from n to p layer. So electrons are going to flow from n layer to p layer whenever this is connected to an external circuit. So there is a proper metal contact. Using those connections, it is connected to external circuit, therefore current is generated here. The electrons that leave the solar cell as current give up their energy to whatever is connected to the solar cell. So the electrons that are going to leave the solar cell as current give up its energy to whatever it is going to be connected to the solar cell, and then re-enter the solar cell. Again it re-enters into the solar cell. So once back into the solar cell, again the process begins once again. So this is a repetitive process. So this is how the solar cell works. So we have seen the construction of the solar cell and the working principle of the solar cell. Now let's see what are the advantages of the solar cells. So solar cell is very clean and non-polluting. You might have observed the in domestic purpose where the solar water heaters are available. So based on that you can assume all the other applications also. So solar cell is a clean and non-polluting. So as only the source required is the sunlight, so there is no question of any pollution here. Solar cell is a renewable energy. So as we have different type of fuels available, natural fuels, that is oil, gas, etc. So as you know, the oil is non-renewable energy. So if you compare such materials, things, so solar cell is a renewable energy. Solar cells do not produce any noise. So when it is generating electrical power or any applications it is using, it does not produce any kind of noise. It is very silent. They are totally silent. So that is a big advantage. So all these are a very good advantages of solar cells. They require a very little maintenance. Once you install the solar for any applications, it does not require a regular maintenance. A very little maintenance is required. So that is also an advantage. They are long lasting source of energies. So solar cells are the long lasting source of energies which can be used almost anywhere. There are no fuel cost. So there are no fuel costs also here. So as like vehicles or any other machines, it requires petrol, diesel, etc. such kind of things regularly. When it is keep on consuming the fuel, you need to refill. But here in this case there is no cost of fuel as the source is sunlight. So it is a natural source. So it does not require any other fuel to function. So that's why there is no requirement of any fuel. That's why there is no fuel cost or there is no supply problem also. So these are the advantages of the solar cells. Now let's see few disadvantages of solar cells. So solar power cannot be obtained in the night time. So as you can observe, solar or sun is available in the daytime. So during the night time sun is not available. That's why solar power can't be obtained in the night time. So it is not a 24-hour function. So whenever the sunlight is available, so this can be used for power generation. So as it is not available, solar power cannot be obtained in the night time. Solar cells or solar panels are very expensive. So even though it is one time investment, so the equipments that are required to generate the power or any other applications, they are very costly, they are very expensive. Here energy cannot be stored in batteries. So unlike other kind of available fuels in which we can generate and we can store the energy, here in this case the energy cannot be stored in the batteries. Air pollution and weather can affect the production of electricity. So if a lot of air pollution is present in the area where it is installed, or if it is weather like in the rainy season and etc., as a lot of raining takes place, so these can affect the production of electricity. So it is directly affect the production. They need large area of panel to produce more efficient power supply. So these are going to require a large area or land to produce more efficient power supply, as the sunlight has to be directly falls on the panel or solar cells. So every panel has to expose to the sunlight. That's why, as if you want to produce a more efficient power supply or large in a quantity, then it requires a very large area of land to produce more efficient. You cannot stack it like one above the other. It has to be, every panel has to expose to the sunlight. That's why they require a very large area. So these are going to be less efficient and costly equipment. So as the equipment is very costly, so most of the people cannot afford these. Reliability depends on the location. So in geographically, as you know, every area may not be having the sunlight for continuous time. There may be a cloudy area, there may be a rainy, lot of rains, forest. So as geographically the areas are different, so reliability depends on the location. Let's see few applications of solar cell. Solar cells or solar can be used domestic purpose for the power supply. It is used in electrical power generation in space and providing electrical power to the satellites as well. So as the satellites require power, so that power can be obtained by using the solar panels on the top of the satellite. So it will continuously generate the power supply there only and supply the electrical power to the satellites. It is also used in drying agricultural products, and the common use of the solar cell is for water heating, domestic or any other in any other area, it is used for water heating purpose. So the main purpose of the solar cell is generating the electrical power. So these are some applications of the solar cells. Thank you for watching the video.